good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're watching us at, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We're excited to have you with us and appreciate your interest in learning more about the Taylor Family Center, the resources we provide, and our peer mentorship program. My name is Jennifer Alanis, and I have the privilege of serving as the executive director with the Taylor Family Center at Washington University in St. Louis. And today you'll hear from an incredible team that is passionate. And when I say passionate, they're very passionate about supporting students and creating meaningful opportunities for their success, engagement, and sense of belonging. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce the amazing staff joining me today and who will actually be leading this webinar. Each of them brings unique expertise, experiences, and perspectives, and I'm grateful for the dedication they bring to our students and our work every day. As I introduce each person, I'd love for them to briefly share their name, their role, and a little bit about their work. So I'm going to start us off with Tarsha Moore.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tarsha Moore. I use she, her pronouns, and I serve as the director of both our Kessler Scholars Program and our Taylor Scholars Program. Super excited to be with you this evening. As Jenny mentioned, I'm one of many passionate staff members here at WashU. We are super excited to be supporting you. And I personally am committed to supporting first gen and limited income students. So I'm excited to get to know you, share more about what we have to offer you, and most importantly, connect with you this upcoming fall.
Thank you, Tarsha. Next, Tanya Montgomery.
Good evening. As she said, where you are joining us from. My name is Tanya Montgomery. I use she, her pronouns. I am the director of the TRIO Student Support Services Program. I'm very excited to be here as well. We are one of one of three programs. And as you all know, TRIO has been around for quite some time. Excited for the scholars that are joining us. I am a first gen college student, or college graduate, I should say. So I'm super excited to identify and learn ways to connect with you all and continue to build programming. So welcome.
Next, Victoria Reese.
Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Ruiz, pronouns she, her, ella, despite what the name on the Zoom says. I am the Assistant Director for Kessler and Taylor Scholars, and I'm super excited to be here to talk you through a little bit about one of our biggest programs, the Peer-to-Peer Mentorship Program. I am also the boots on the ground face for you all if you are a Taylor Scholar or Kessler Scholar joining us today. So I'm really excited to have this be our first touch and look forward to spending a wonderful, wonderful 2016-2017 year with you.
And finally, Miss Coco Jones.
Hello, everyone. I do not sound as good as the R&B singer, but I am Coco Jones, also known as Corinne on campus. But most people are like, who's Corinne? Coco. Nice to meet you. I am the assistant director of our TRIO program, and we are excited to share with you a little bit about what peer mentorship is in our three programs. And welcome to the Taylor family.
All right, well, we did a little brief introduction, so now we're going to get started. A little housekeeping items. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat or the Q&A box. I'll be watching that throughout the webinar.
I am going to go ahead and get our presentation started. Can everyone see?
Yes.
We can.
All right. So these are the pictures. You've all seen us talk a little bit, but these are our pictures and a little bit about what we'll cover today. We'll cover the overview of the Taylor Family Center, who we are, building a little bit of social capital, the hidden curriculum. And in the part 2 phase is going to really dig a little bit deeper into what peer mentorship is all about. About the Taylor Family Center, better known as TFC, you'll hear that acronym quite a bit. The Taylor Family Center empowers first generation and our limited income students through tailored support resources, impactful opportunities, and leadership development. Our mission is to inspire first generation or limited income students to reach their goals. The vision is to cultivate a community where first generation or limited income students develop the capital necessary to maximize their full potential, We are located on the third floor of the Duck, better known as the Danforth University Center. You'll be spending a lot of time there, I'm sure, between eating and meeting with us. But yeah, we're on the third floor. Some people don't even know we exist because the third floor is not like I guess, a well-used, utilized part of our building, but you'll get very used to it for sure. We're currently about a team of 10, and we basically have a comprehensive and holistic programming that supports and connects students to campus resources and opportunities. Next slide, please. So, all of the programming that we provide is under the umbrella of TFC, but we have three scholar programs. So you're going to belong to one of these three. The Kessler program is basically a focus on social justice and STEM, and it is a part of a national collaborative with 15 other institutions. The TRIO Student Support Services is a program that supports undergrads who identify as first-gen, limited income, and are having a learning or physical disability. The Taylor Scholars Program is a transitional four-year program informed by transformative learning frameworks. Each program has a central goal of supporting students in building community, receiving guidance and support, and providing academic and career development opportunities. They are also all aligned in their mission to provide students with mentorship across all 4 years. And then the final piece of the Taylor Family Center is the Office of Financial Wellbeing, which operates as a distinct component, not a scholar program, and provides students with the tools to develop financial literacy. They also operate the Student Success Fund, and they actually are housed in the Duck 330. And with that, I will hand it over to Tarsha.
Thank you, Tanya. And so within the Taylor Family Center, we think that it's fly to be fly, right? So on the screen that you see right now, we share with our students that in being fly, what that means for us is that we are a high touch, cohort based, and asset focused series of programs, right? So whether you are in Kessler, Trio, or Taylor Scholars, all of our programs are committed to holistically supporting all of our first generation and limited income students at WashU. And we do so by virtue of the anchors that you see to the right-hand side of the screen. And so all of our students will have the opportunity to receive support from us as it relates to academic excellence, sense of belonging and engagement, career development and belonging, as well as life skills and competencies. And these four anchors serve as the foundation by which we hope to holistically support our students and make sure that the opportunities that we introduce you to aid and support the holistic mission that we have as an office with helping you to maximize your full potential and to reach your goals. Next slide. And so, what better way to sort of share that by than hearing from some of our recent graduates and actually a current student? And so, Mason, who was just graduated this past spring, a member of our Trio Scholars program, and who was also our recent commencement speaker, shared these words with you all as incoming WashU students. He said, "When I came to this place, I felt I had little to offer. Many of us may have felt this, yet I am leaving proud of my St. Louis roots, proud of my public school education, proud of my family, proud of being the first in my family to go to college and coming from a low income background. Proud that WashU has been a part of my journey and proud of all I have achieved, looking forward to all I will achieve and determined to make sure students who grow up like I did don't have to wonder if they belong in places like this and that they can." Maris, who is also a recent graduate from the Taylor Scholars Program, shared with you all. An asset that I brought with me to WashU as a fly student was my resourcefulness. Arriving at WashU can be scary and overwhelming, and you can easily feel as though you are not prepared, even if you thought you were before arriving. It is important to ask questions, to be inquisitive for the sake of building your support network. Fly students may not realize how important these skills are, but they will get you very far at WashU if you put them into practice. And last but certainly not least, a current scholar who's actually doing research right now at Yale as a part of a summer experience. Donna is a junior rising senior within the Kessler Scholars Program, but she had to share with you all, as a first generation and limited income student, I think one of the greatest assets I've brought to WashU is the perspective that challenges can be transformed into opportunities for growth. Coming to WashU meant stepping into an environment that was completely new to me. My experience have taught me the importance of helping others feel like they belong and that representation matters. I know firsthand how meaningful it can be to hear from someone with a similar background who has navigated the same uncertainties. And so we hope that these messages from current students and recent graduates will help you to um, feel welcomed into this community that we are cultivating for you all. And it really starts with our peer mentorship program, which we're going to talk about in the next couple of slides. And I'm going to transition it in just a moment to Coco and Victoria. But we're going to talk a little bit about what the program exponents of the mentorship program include. So next slide, please. And so all the students that you just heard from, they were a part of our peer mentorship program. And some of our goals with this program is to first foster a sense of belonging through active engagement with your peer mentor who will help you participate in various social, cultural, academic excellence focused and community building programming that's offered by way of our Taylor Family Center. One of our second goals is to help you develop institutional capital that you'll need to increase the visibility and proactive usage of the campus resources and support networks that are available to you. When we say we want you to maximize your full potential, our hope is to introduce you to that in a meaningful way that will encourage you and help you find the confidence to take advantage of them. And last but certainly not least is to help you develop the social capital that you'll need to find your place on campus and within our scholar community. Again, whether you are a Kessler Scholar, Trio Scholar, or a Taylor Scholar, it's really about helping you build the momentum that you need to thrive during your time at WashU, and the entire Taylor Family Center is invested in that outcome. Next slide, please. And so we wanted to take a little bit of time to hear from you. We know, as you just heard from some of our current students and recent grads, that the transition to college can be scary, right? And it can be overwhelming, but our office is here to support you. So we're interested in knowing what are some of the common challenges you think first year students face when coming to college. And then we'll utilize some of this information to talk about how our peer mentorship program in particular will help you successfully navigate your first year. So we're going to put a link into the chat, but you can also scan this QR code and put in any word that makes you think of a challenge that first year students might face. And as you begin to put those words in, we're going to transition the screen so that all of us have an opportunity to see these words displayed, and that will aid in the next portion of our discussion.
Marsha, you unmuted.
It looks like some of you may be being asked for a code. I believe you can put in the code to the bottom right-hand side of the screen that you see now. And it looks like we have several things that are popping up. So finding community, homesickness, uncertainty, underestimating your responsibilities, heavier workload, additional responsibilities. Okay, these are all great things. Right? We'll give folks a little bit more time. I know some of you all were in need of a code, so please feel free to scan the QR code to your right. We will also reshare the link in the chat here. We'll spend about maybe another minute or so and putting the things that come to mind for you when you think of common challenges that first year students might face when they are preparing for their first year of college. Looks like that may be all that we're getting right now, and that's okay, right? But what I want to tell you is that all of these feelings can be expected. You're going to have feelings of homesickness, but you're also going to experience feelings of triumph and success, right? And so, what we hope is that as a Taylor Family Center, whenever you are experiencing any of those feelings, that you know that the Taylor Family Center is a home that will help you navigate those experiences, those challenges, those experiences, and your success. And the first way that we do so is via the avenue of our peer mentorship program. And so with that, we're going to head back to our PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to turn it over to Coco and Victoria to talk specifically about how our peer mentorship program supports all of our incoming first year students within the Taylor Family Center.
Perfect. As we're waiting for that Canva presentation to come on back up, I just want to take another second to thank you all for giving us your time tonight. We're starting off strong with who are your peer mentors. So your peer mentors are current WashU sophomores, juniors, and seniors who were interviewed by a panel of professional staff and past peer mentors as well. The peer mentors come from a variety of backgrounds with a variety of majors, minors, and research experiences, which is key to your development. Mentors support the transition from high school to college life, support self-efficacy development and a sense of belonging on campus, and expose scholars to TFC resources and other opportunities. The peer-to-peer mentorship program means that it supports incoming TFC scholars by matching them with upperclassmen, like those sophomores, juniors, and seniors, who share similar backgrounds as a key to supporting the academic and social transition to high school to college, offering individual and engaging group meetings, and aiding in community development through academic, social, and cultural programming. You will, as a student, receive access to a mentor directory that includes important information. I think we skipped a slide. If we want to go on back really quick, that would be great. But just really quick, the mentor directory includes important information for you all that you can review, including any important dates that we have for you, which we will cover, and overview of expectations, which we will also cover today, and a profile, which is the most important part, a profile on your mentor and all current mentors as well. Overall, their mentors serve as resources to support you and experts about the WashU student experience. You'll have plenty of opportunities to meet up with your mentors before the official start of mentee meetings, including the first year retreat on August 29th, which you saw on that previous slide.
When we think about mentorship, we think about the mentee-mentor relationship. So what you will do is these will be the first people you will really have access to as far as building friendships and relationships with. So you will be in a group of other mentees who will be assigned with a mentor. And so your mentor will have a group of about 4 to 6 mentees, and this will be your main group where you'll be able to build that friendship. And really, it's an opportunity for you to be vulnerable and be yourself and to know that you're in a safe space because you will be meeting with someone who will help you to be on campus, to create a network for you and to help you build skills so that you can navigate the WashU culture, WashU community, St. Louis. And so if you're afraid of coming to a big city or coming to a different city, they are someone who's been there and who's walked through it. And so they will be there to support you and they will help you discover a lot of things about yourself that maybe you didn't know about. So there will be plenty of opportunity for growth. And so this is a really good way for you to develop yourself outside of the classroom in an engaging way and within community that understands and supports you.
Yes. Aside from the program exponents, mentees are also expected to develop 2 specific groups of outcomes during the course of the programming. Yep, perfect. Networking and practical skills and self-reflection and discovery. Mentors guide mentees in recognizing campus connections and developing their campus relationships, using skills for networking and professional relationship building. The program also encourages students to develop skills like time management, keeping commitments, effectively communicating your story and goals, and so much more. On the other hand, mentors will guide mentees in practicing self-reflection strategies to promote your growth as a first-year student and receiving feedback, which is super important as you're navigating environments in higher ed, especially at WashU, and acknowledging personal strengths and challenges. This is also supportive in creating a learning plan to navigate your first year on campus. Peer-to-peer mentorship combines role modeling with guidance in developing healthy coping mechanisms, organization styles, and healthy socialization on our campus. Next slide, please.
So as a
Now
mentee,
that
we have several expectations. You have received an email that had the details about the Bear Prince course. All of our first year TFC scholars are expected to enroll in the course, and there will be an equivalent McKelvey Bear Prince version for those of you who are in engineering. And so please look out for the details that will be in your email. And so as you meet with your mentors, we have several expectations about how many times we want you to meet with them so that you can establish that relationship and have something really organic form with each other. And so we ask that you each meet with your mentor group or mentor one-on-one at least 8 times a semester. So that would be about twice a month that you would be required to meet with them. One of them should be one-on-one, or it could be with the group meeting with your small cohort of mentees with the mentor. And so we also have a lot of amazing campus activities and campus events that happen within Taylor Family Center itself and outside of our office. And so you'll have the opportunity to attend those workshops, meetings, and events as a group. And so that way you have people that you can go to events with so you don't feel like you're alone and that you can get acclimated to what's around and what the resources are on campus. And so these are just really great ways for you to just get to know the campus, get to know the city, get to know each other, and get to know your mentor. So don't see it as something that is, it's just a great resource and a great opportunity for building community. So when you meet with your mentor and your mentee group, or be it one-on-one or with the group, you have plenty of opportunities to be eligible for all of the great workshops and events that we have in the Taylor Family Center. The more active you are in the programs that you serve, the better you will be placed to get special treats. We have a lot of great things planned for you for this academic year, and we're so excited to roll them out as you come into the campus and into the Taylor Family Center.
Perfect. At the end of the day, the peer-to-peer mentorship program is meant as a resource for our students to connect with our campus, build relationships, navigate higher education, and support meaningful engagement with our community, just as Coco just said. We hope students take this opportunity to be proactively engaged by being mindful that your mentor is a student too, and respecting their time and asking questions. However, the program is also successful when students set boundaries early. That means having conversations about what modes of communication work for you and what times for that communication work best for you as well. We also hope our students remember that the academic you is still you. So, as you are coming to a new campus, a new environment, please remember to remain authentic to your experiences, to your passions, to who you are, because that helps us understand how we can serve you better as staff and as mentors as well. That means having conversations and enjoying the events to seek meaningful connection and step outside of your comfort zone.
Things to look forward to. Here is an overview of a timeline of what you can expect for the first part of the semester and We're so excited. As you can see, these dates will be sent to you. So, of course, you don't need to screenshot anything, but this is just to give you a visual timeline of what the expectations are and what fun is ahead this semester. As you know, when you come in with your families, when you get dropped off, we have an amazing opportunity for you to come with your families to have dinner with us so that they can see that you will be in safe hands, safe, caring, and loving hands within the Taylor Family Center. So we really offer this for whoever is with you to come celebrate with us by having this dinner before they see, before they go away, and that you're with us and that you're in good hands. And then we'll have other things that are coming up within the month of August. And so we will have you mark your calendars once you get on campus so that you don't miss any of these opportunities because these are great ways for you to get connected to the Taylor Family Center and for you to really engage with all the things that we have to offer you and all of the resources that are available. And so when we start the semester off, we'll have forms and assessments for you to fill out. Just it's a way for us to better understand how to support you and how to be more impactful in the programming that we provide. So we'll have assessments for you to fill out. And then you'll be able to meet with your mentors once the semester starts. We'll have an amazing retreat for you. And these will be weekend things so that you don't have to cut into your actual academic work week. And so once you start meeting up with your mentors, you will all establish when is the best time. You'll identify what the goals are and when is the best time for you to all meet and for you to communicate what's the best method of communication for you all. And so by the 26th, we ask that everything that you have to fill out in order to solidify your membership in the peer mentorship program gets turned in between you and your mentors so that we can make sure that you are not left out of any of the programming we have. So the programming works throughout your first year. So first semester and second semester, fall and spring. And so by the end of spring semester, you will have graduated because you will be a rising sophomore. I know that's crazy to think about, but we have a whole academic year where we'll get to really support you with our mentorship program, and we look forward to providing you with that resource.
Ah, there are two forms you'll need to complete and turn into us. The first is the Mentee Commitment or Agreement form. This provides participants with clear expectations on communication, follow-through, and participation in assessments. This form also grants the TFC permission to share some personal information, such as your name and interests, with your mentor. This form is due to the email on your screen, taylorcenter@wusl.edu, by August 21st. Great. The second form is the Mentoring Relationship Agreement form. This will support you in designating clear goals, communicating a schedule for one-on-one meetings, agreeing on any ground rules or community guidelines you would like respected, and setting standards for providing regular feedback between you and your mentor. This form is due to us on September 25th to that same email on your screen. Now's your time. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat below. Let us know how we can support your understanding of what you're committing to within our program or have the opportunity to commit to still.
We do have a question on the Q&A. Will this slideshow be sent to our emails after the Zoom?
You know, of course, I think that's something that we can definitely negotiate if you're all interested in receiving this information. I think it's also helpful to note that this information will be emailed to all of you regularly to your student emails. So please be checking your student emails for this information. We'll definitely send it to you in multiple communication styles, whether that is our newsletter style that we send through Emma, if it's a personal email from your program director, such as myself, or program assistant director, such as myself and Coco. And then the Taylor Family Center will also send kind of a weekly updates as we get closer to the start of the semester. So be paying attention to your student emails as we will send you these dates and this information many times just to support your understanding as you're navigating kind of what it's like to ease your way onto campus.
Our
We
mentors
also
chose. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. We also post really quickly. I wanted to shout out. We also post this on the TFC Instagram. So if you haven't yet, follow the TFC Instagram. We post all sorts of updates about free food and items like that as we're navigating the beginning of the semester as well.
Okay. Are mentors chosen randomly or do we choose our mentor?
That is a great question. Mentors are not chosen randomly. We actually go through a very, very extensive process to match you to a mentor that fits you the best. It's a multi-tiered process that starts with navigating mentors who successfully meet any academic standards you might have, but our program is also not just solely academic. Like we mentioned, our program is meant to support you in developing social capital as you're navigating campus as a first gen and or limited income student or part of the Taylor Family Center. So we also look at interests, likes, what you're interested in your major being, or what you're interested in your hobbies being, or what you're hoping to gain from a mentor. If you remember, all of those questions were answered or very similarly answered at the beginning when you were first agreeing to be part of the TFC. We use those questions and your answers to those questions to connect you with someone who we think will be a good fit. Not all of your mentors will feel like they are meant to be a perfect match, but we do our best. We do our due diligence, and if you are not matched solely on academic preference, you're also matched on all of those other items. So we encourage you to explore that connection before you determine whether or not it feels right. There is a reason to our madness, we promise.
Okay. When will we get the forms?
That is perfect. Those forms will be sent closer to the start of the academic year, along with your mentor resource, or I'm sorry, your mentor directory. That should be heading your way August 1. So look for check out your emails for that link. It will be in PDF form, and those forms will also be downloadable. And that way you can sign them and then send them back to us or hand them in person to us once you're on campus.
All right. Activities opportunities wise, what are the main differences between Taylor, Trio, and Kessler? Would you qualify to participate in more than one?
That's an
Tarsha,
awesome
you
question.
want to have Tarsha take it?
Yeah. And both Tanya and I can take it. I think that is an awesome question. I'm going to answer the second part of your question first, and then kind of talk about the first part. So, students within our program, because of the robust support that they receive, they do not have an opportunity to participate in more than one. So, once you are accepted into one of the three programs, that'll become your sort of mini TFC home within the overarching umbrella. And so, when we say holistic support, you can expect that across all three of the programs, especially when it comes to our workshops. So, academic excellence based experiences, study skills, leadership opportunities, career development, which is a really important anchor for a lot of our students. We support all of our students with graduate school preparation. If you know that you're interested in med school, law school, or any PhD programs, we support students across all three programs with that. But what makes each program unique is some of the cultural enrichment opportunities that you'll have to participate in. And so some of the signature experiences may look different. Our Kessler Scholars, each year we have a signature, because those students are STEM students, we take them to the St. Louis Zoo and allow them to visit things like the vet clinic because they are all STEM majors. But then you may have our trio program that we have an annual experience where they go to the Fox Theater, right? Alongside that, the Taylor Scholars program has various unique cultural enrichment things that that program offers. And so when it comes to baseline support across our anchors, that's going to be offered to all students, no matter which program you're in. But then we build community in the individual programs by way of our cultural enrichment activities. So I hope that answered the question.
And I also wanted to follow up with that is that you are only allowed to be either a Taylor, a Kessler, or a Trio, and that is decided your first year.
Right.
We work really closely with admissions to identify the students and which program they are going to be invited to. And the program does not end after freshman year. We have foundational support throughout your whole entire career at WashU and after. So our next question is, what if you have a mentor who isn't very engaged?
Oh, girl, or boy. I call everyone girl. I'm so sorry. That's a cultural thing. But I always preach being your authentic self, so I will always say, oh, girl. But oh, girl, we got you. Let us know. Well, we do encourage you to spend a few weeks getting to know your mentor and hopefully your mentor getting to know you. If you have any concerns about why you were matched, how you were matched, or about navigating kind of a shift in mentor, while we don't necessarily encourage that because we promise we do our due diligence, we are more than happy to talk about that with you because we want to provide all of our students a unique, robust, and holistic experience to ensure that you get everything that we hope you get out of this program. So just contact me, Coco, Tarsha, or Tanya, and we can support you with navigating something if you're looking for a more engaged mentor. Let's say you're not necessarily getting the connection you'd hoped for. Talk to us. Come to us. We will always be here. Although your first connection will always be your mentor, and we encourage that, we are also here. We have open door policies, and you can always connect with us either by stopping by Duck 330, emailing us, or teamsing, or sending us a Teams message as we're available through multiple lines. But don't worry about it. Don't fret. Talk to us. Let us know what's going on. We're always here to support you, whether it's switching your mentor, navigating, connecting with your mentor, discussing how to problem solve with your mentor. Whatever you need, we're here to support.
Do all three programs require the Bear Prince course, and do they all provide a mentor?
Yes. So, all of our students, and Coco mentioned this a little bit earlier, but all of our incoming students are required to take the Bear Prince course or its equivalent, depending on what your major is. So, for our engineering scholars, they have a particular engineering-based course that mimics our Bear Prince course, but it's a little bit more specific to their engineering field. But you'll get the same skill sets, have very similar conversations, and all of our incoming Taylor Family Center students across all three programs are required to take that class. Um, and then for the second part of your question, I want to make sure that I get it correct. All of our incoming students will receive, if you would like one, a peer mentor. That's critically important to us because, as we mentioned, as you sort of navigate these adjustments from high school to college, you're going to be paired with this upper class peer mentor because they've been where you will in the same position that you'll be stepping into, right? So they're going to be able to talk to you about homesickness and how they successfully navigated that and how they are now thriving as WashU scholars and as Taylor Family Center scholars. When you have questions about maybe your calculus course, they're going to be here to recommend and remind you to come to our weekly study halls where we have calculus and chemistry tutors that we've partnered with the Learning Center on to bring tutoring exclusively to our Taylor Family Center students, right? We have one for Kessler Scholars on Wednesday, and we have one for Trio and Taylor Scholars or all of our scholars on Thursday, right? And so these peer mentors are really going to be your right hand person to help answer your questions, whether it's, you all going to get dinner at 10 p.m. or whether it's bringing you to a workshop or an event that's being offered by the Taylor Family Center. They're going to be your first line of defense as sort of the extension of our professional team to help get those questions answered for you. So we know that it can be overwhelming. We know that it can be scary. Someone in the chat also asked, right, like just clarity about what we do. We're kind of a one-stop shop. So it's hard to sort of put into words sometime the value of our peer mentors because the wisdom that they bring, the passion that you sort of hear across the screen right now, that's what you're going to get with them as your peers coming into WashU. So I don't mean to dominate the conversation, but they really are an amazing group of students that are super excited and that won't ghost you because they're receiving support from us as pro staff, but they're really excited for you to be here and to give back to the program when that gave so much to them when they were a first year student. A lot of our students are ecstatic about applying to be a peer mentor, and they say it's because their peer mentor was exceptional for them when they were a freshman.
One of the questions we have in the chat is around how many students are in each program. So we have over 1,500 students in all three of the programs. Our largest program is the Taylor Scholars with over 1,000 students. Our smallest program is our Kessler Scholars with only 80 students, and our middle ground program is our Trio Scholars program with over 200 students in the program. Our next question is, does the TFC work with other resources and groups on campus like the DRC? Tanya, can you answer that?
Yes, hi. We do. We actually have a very strong partnership across campus with many of our partners, our writing center, our learning center, our disability resources. Any opportunity to partner with them to ensure that we're sending you to the right place where you need support, but also there's opportunity for us to also do programming together. So there's instances where we will work with the academic side of the coin, where we may work with the writing center and they may have a workshop and we will host that maybe in our suite. We actually have some other partners that come on Fridays for our what we call end of week unwind, which is an exciting time for students to just come in, grab snacks and food and things like that. And then we'll bring in a partner who will talk about resources on campus. So we actually thrive off of our partnerships. That's like a really important integral part of the programming that we offer. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. If this program already provides or this partner already provides a particular resource, but then they want to extend that ability for our students to be more familiar with the type of resources we offer. Because sometimes in your first year, you're not as comfortable walking over to certain places until you become familiar with who those people are. The Career Center is another strong partner that we have. The list goes on, but we work on a regular basis with our partners with so many different programming opportunities that we have to offer. So I hope that answers your question.
How do you decide who gets put in which TFC category, Trio, Taylor, Kessler? Do we provide input?
Well, the short answer is yes, because if you are eligible for Kessler and Trio, you should have received an email months ago inviting you to participate in those two programs in particular. And it's because those programs have additional parameters that we look for. So, for example, all of our incoming Kessler scholars have to be STEM majors, and they have to be focused on making a social impact, which would have been relevant in your application materials to WashU. So you should have received an invitation. We've completed the recruitment and intake process, and we have identified our incoming cohort. And very similar with Trio, I'll turn it over to Tanya to sort of talk about how we recruit our Trio scholars, and then we'll talk a little bit as well about where we are right now with our Taylor scholars recruitment.
Yeah, thank you, Tarsha. So, as Tarsha mentioned, we work really closely with our admissions department, and they look at the guidelines. So, our actual program is funded under the federal government, and they look at three parameters. One is first gen, of course. One is low income, and one is also students that have a documented disability. And you can actually be one of those three, all of those three, two of those three. It's a mix of all those things. That particular opportunity is available to students who, once we invite them, they go through an interview process, and if we, find it's a really good fit, we'll go ahead and invite the student into the program. One thing I did want to also make just a note on when it comes to our students in the TRIO program. I know Kessler also has this as well. We do have our Coco is one of our lovely advisors who will be meeting with our students one-on-one with academic advising, well, holistic advising actually, because as we mentioned, it's about a holistic support system. And so you will be also paired with a TRIO advisor for your 4 years, and that person will follow you throughout your entire and begin to celebrate with you, walk down the journey of times when there's maybe successes, but also walk along you when there's maybe challenges, and help connect you to some of the resources that are also available.
Thanks, Tanya. And so once our Kessler scholars and our Trio scholars have been selected, all of our Taylor scholars, those that are eligible, they will receive, and you should have received, an invitation to join our program. And so, very similar to Kessler scholars and Trio scholars, if you are first generation or you identify as limited income, our goal is to support you throughout your entire journey at WashU. And so, as an incoming scholar, you get to decide, as an incoming scholar, you get to decide um if you want to be a part of the Taylor Scholar community. We hope that you will remain as an incoming student for us. You will receive that peer mentor once you designate and check that box for us. But even if you don't, which we highly hope that you will, you can still engage with us. As we mentioned, our workshops are here to support all students. We will never turn any of our fly students away, but you really want to get the in-depth holistic support by making sure that you are a part of our incoming cohort, so that way you can be paired with a mentor and you can get exclusive access to all the things that we have in store for you. So I know that was a long-winded answer, but the short answer is yes.
I think we have time for a few more questions. So if you have any, please put them in the Q&A. All right. Seeing that there's no additional questions, we want to thank you so much for being here with us this evening. We are so excited to welcome you all to campus on August 15th. We can't wait for you to not only engage with our team, but engage with some of campus leadership. Please do not forget to check your emails, because you'll get not only your mentor agreement forms, but you'll get some pre-assessments. If you want to do the pre-assessment now, please, please, please scan that QR code. And don't forget that we also have an amazing opportunity for you to not only be with your fellow mentees in the program, but also all of our first year students and all of our mentors across all three programs. On Saturday, August 29th from 9:30 to 3, we have our first year retreat. That's a required event in the Edison Theater, and we can't wait to see you there. So see you on August 15th, and we hope you have a great evening.